Well, surprise! We only did a video yesterday and we're back again. It's about 25 to 11 and I just finished pruning off all the raspberries along the fence and the few in front of the garden to about 4 feet high. And that's enough work for one day. It's time for fun. Now I went around to check on Jack because he's very busy making a spot for the tractor to park in the winter. So we're condensing and cleaning and organizing, and now we got a whole trip to the dump with compost from the raspberries. And I was going to come in and stretch because let's see, I have nerve issues, not mental ones, but physical ones, and I like to keep my muscles strong, so I like to be active. But many moons ago, I think Rosemary, she's 54 now this year, and she was about, oh goodness, maybe 4, 5, and 6. Maybe a little longer. I was teaching and doing yoga for quite a few years after that. In Holberg, where we used to live, in Bamfield, where we used to live, and in Salmon Arm, I started teaching with a triathloner. And I sort of got away with it, but I've always believed from everything I learned, if you're going to work your muscles, you have to stretch them. So, the most important reason for that is when you compress something, it squeezes out old blood and oxygen in the blood and everything, but when you open it up again, it sucks in fresh and new and it's healing. So there you go, it's your lesson for today. I won't get into it anymore because when I went around to see what Jack was doing, he said, "You better get upstairs, you got parcels." So my first delivery from Cloud's Orchids is here, and there's 2 boxes. I've never ordered from them before, and it's so exciting. So let's open them and see what we got. And I just sharpened this nice, and it's very easy to hold on to because it has a big handle. So I'm less likely, and always go away from yourself, I'm less likely to hurt myself. So it's kind of nice to go out. It's been very hot. Usually we cool down a lot, but last night it never cooled down a lot. And we have lots of things going on around here. I'll have fun sharing them with you when they happen. So we're still in the discussion stages. So yeah, a little few different things. Cloud's Orchids, 2409 Hansberger Avenue, Jordan Station, Ontario, Canada. So better be careful. I don't want to. I did have them delivered at express post, and they left on Monday, and today is Friday. So they weren't too long in the coming. And that's a good thing because it's very hot, and the mailboxes are very hot. Wow, I've never, this is exciting. There's it looks like a party. There's confetti. You better be good if you're leaving. Okay. Oh. Now. This is fun. I don't often order orchids because I just can't afford it. It's just very expensive having them, getting them. But sometimes we are tempted, and I did want that fertilizer. Remember the video with the high first number and last number, and they had it. And I've since learned other people make a MSU orchid fertilizer, but there's none available here. So, oh, you guys, this This is mounted on bark, and it's for the humidity chamber because everything is doing so good in there. Oh, I like it. And I have a perfect spot. You will see when I put it in. So we have Dendrobium wassellii mounted. Oh boy, am I happy. So this is to grow in there. What it does, we don't know. But wait till you see how nice it is. I am so happy with it. So we better give it a little bit of water. We better give it a little of its first salmon arm water. You know, because it has been a few days. And I just put some fresh water in my misting bottle that I use every day. I haven't been using any of my other ones because I can spray right on my orchids and they don't leave so wet. They're going to get root rot, but they love it. So I'm going to give it a good spray. And it's going to hang in there. I'm so excited. I love it on bark. I tried before. I had a beautiful big bark. Oh, way back. I tried with the little orchids that are here, and for years and years, just to dry in the house. I'd be watering them every day. They still did not do good. But the humidity in there is staying about 70. There's a little fan and there's a little light that Jack put there, and things are doing terrific. So this is going to go in there, and it'll like the 70% humidity. Now we could not keep 70% in our house. It would go moldy or something. Even with all the humidity, trays and bowls and misters I got going, I'm happy to get like 53 or 60 would be like a dream. So I'm very happy, very happy with this. Thank you, Clouds Orchids. Wow, I'm just going to put it on the counter for now. This is fun. There's a note in here. Yeah. So I ordered 4, there's more plants coming, but I ordered 4 pots of the 15, 5, 15, 5, 2 NPK Kelp Mag. So even though I'm using this and it has Kelp Mag, it's still necessary to keep my Kelly Magic up according to my water schedule. Now my water schedule, I only use, it's a 6-week rotating water schedule. And week 1, which I just did, was my black tea soak. So now week 2 and 3 are the only 2 weeks I actually use a bought fertilizer. And I'm so excited to get this one. So, because I'm different and I have a different water schedule and I've been using it a long time and it's sure working for me. But there's always education, there's always learning, and there's always trying something new. And I don't have to even guess. This is going to be so much better. And so I'm going to give you a close-up. Because if you want to write this name, if you have it, maybe I think Jack's Fertilizer has it. I'm not sure. Some places make their own. So I'm going to show you a close-up. And I'll tell you what it says. Now, I'm going to only use this till fall, around Halloween. A quarter of a teaspoon. I always use a quarter of a teaspoon to a gallon because I have other things going on. I just like to do it light. Everything is 1/4 teaspoon to a gallon so I don't mess up. And I know my sink, I have a small sink and a large sink. My large side's holding 5 to 6 gallons and the other side's holding about 3 to 4. So use once every 2 to 4 weeks during active growth. Apply after watering to avoid waste, which I always do. I always give mine a short rinse with the water and then into the soak with the fertilizer. So the video I gave you in the description that Rosemary had sent us, thank you Rosemary, it also covered Kelly Magic and using your fertilizer, but it did go into spraying, which I'm not commercial and I don't do, but it was very interesting. And so I ordered 4 of these. Can you believe it? I'll never run out, but I know there's a few people in Salmon Arm that often communicate with me, and if they need one, I'd even sell them one. So I have 4, and I'm going to be using them forever because I am right behind that it's a good thing. So now we have way more confetti in here. It is worth celebrating. And another parcel. Holy smokes. Holy live plants, keep from heating cold. Yes, we've had trouble with that before. This is exciting because they're in Ontario and I had just heard of them and I was so happy to hear that. Boy, it's nice having subscribers because I learned from all of you. And oh, this is a ground cover for in my humidity. I hate to call it Terra. Terra means dirt, and it's not a terrarium. Although I do leave these pots like this, and I water the pots, and anything like the fern and the little tree in there, they in their pots, but I let the water run through. But I'm not putting dirt underneath. There's only water, and if it gets too high, I just take a syringe and take some out because I'm always watering them. So this is Peperomia prostrata, and it's a terrarium companion plant. So I'm happy about that. It may start to crawl all over. So here we go, and very healthy. And I've never had success with things that like such high humidity. And I'm telling you, we are having so much fun with our humidity chamber. Things are doing really good. And maybe if it starts to really grow, I'll have to go right across the counter. Don't tell Jack. Please, don't tell Jack. He has his own collections. He collects tools, and they help with projects. So, now, this is fun. So we got fertilizer, This is all that was in this parcel, but there was another parcel came. And I don't know. Oh, that's my vitamin. Oh, well, I'll open this too. So, thank you, Clouds Orchids. We're very happy. The condition is perfect. Now, maybe I should share this with you because if you have like sore muscles or my arthritis hasn't been bad. Touch wood. You know, if you have sore muscles, aches, or pains, it's not cheap, but it's something that I use if it gets real tight here so I don't get a headache. And my back, I broke my back one time, which is an issue, and it went right to the center. And so I think it's kind of, anyway, that's another story. We won't go into it. You know, we all have injuries and we all put up with our own certain little things. But we have to dwell on the positive of each day because there's lots of positive in every day. So I ordered it online because here it is so expensive and I don't get paid for advertising anything. So I get Epsom gel. Hey, it's good for the plants, it's good for me. And I don't get paid to say this, it's just this parcel came at the same time. And I ordered 2. I'm well stocked up. I like to be cautious with fertilizer for the plants and stuff for me. It's natural Epsom salts with arnica. And it's quite runny and everything, but a little goes a long way. So, you know, I wouldn't order 2 and I have one on empty. So I ordered that, but when I ordered it, I also noticed, isn't this fun? I also noticed they had this other one, Magsol, natural Epsom salt with borage oil and peppermint for my feet, because my feet, I don't want to start going into it. So, that's just what I buy. And I have never had this, but being this was so good, I thought I'd try this. So anyway, that's our fun today. And I'll be putting these in the next time on the next video. I will show you either how everything's turning out and where I put them in there. So, wow, that was nice. And my dog left, she was right there, and I thought, well, if I keep her with me, she won't bark, because she can smell things a mile away. If there's someone in the park, a dog especially, she can be in the living room and just take off like a streak of lightning out there. Oh yeah, and first I went out and, in the early spring we had like rain, wettest spring on record, I think, something like that. So I'm getting tomatoes now, and they're big, but they're mutant because these are the ones that were first coming and forming when all that rain was here. And then we switched to hot, and I'm sweating if you can see it. So I'm going to show you a mutant tomato. They taste delicious. They're not real runny inside. They're the brandy wine, the same I always get. But because of all that rain early, they grew so much green. They were all tall as me, which they never do. They're usually about here. So the first ones I'm picking, but there's lots coming, normal looking. They're all mutant, like this one. See? But we cut. This is like 2 tomatoes that grew to 1. They are delicious. They are delicious. And then I also picked a few cucumbers before I watered the garden a bit, because it's our sprinkling day today. So you get out and you do things early. So walking around trimming off the raspberries, it's mostly just walking, and everything's at your height, and you're pruning, you're putting it in a big compost bag to take to the garbage dump, and it's free to take it. But we have a little old Vibe, a 1990 Vibe, and that thing is hauled more things, so we wait till we have a whole carload and then we take it. So anyway, that's it. Oh my goodness. I'm glad to see you on this surprise day, and I am just gonna clean up here and make sure I miss these and water them and put them in a little spot. And before lunch, I hope I'm going to do a few stretches. So bye for now, and it's always fun seeing you and sharing with you what's happening. Bye for now.